Joining us for more on the President's declaration is John Malcolm, Senior Legal Fellow at the Heritage Foundation. John, thanks for being with us. So Democrats are calling the move unconstitutional. Is that true?
No, I don't think so. So Congress has actually delegated to the president rather broad authority under the National Emergencies Act. So today he's invoked that authority. So what the president now has to do is to send to Congress the declaration and to say what other statutes that he is relying upon to take these funds to do what it is that he wants to do. He is citing three different laws. One of them has to do with the Treasury Department's Asset Forfeiture Fund. Another has to do with the statute which deals with military construction projects. And another has to do with the Department of Defense Fund for drug interdiction efforts. So those statutory authority exists. I believe he's on fairly solid ground.
John, what do you think the next move from the Democrats is going to be?
Well, they're going to introduce a resolution to try to get this national emergency declaration nullified. I think they're going to fail at that. The votes just aren't there. And then somebody is going to file a lawsuit challenging this. It could be the House of Representatives. It could be a private property owner whose property is going to be seized under eminent domain along the border to build this wall. They'll file a lawsuit in a federal district court, probably in California, because California is within the Ninth Circuit. Texas is within the more conservative Fifth Circuit, and they'll try to get a judge to issue a nationwide injunction to prohibit the president from doing what he wants to do.
Is there a downside to declaring this as a national emergency? Well,
I think it's regrettable that Congress didn't work with the president to try to accomplish this. A number of Democrats were on record in 2006 when they passed the Safe Fences Act, saying that there was a need for a wall along the southern border or some kind of a barrier. The situation hasn't gotten any better along the southern border over that time. But because this president is the one doing the asking, they've proven to be rather intransigent. So there's a certain amount of uncertainty as to whether or not he's going to ultimately be able to do this. But as I say, I think at the end of the day, he'll be successful. Every invocation of authority by a president sets some kind of a precedent. Some people are afraid about what a future president might do by declaring a national emergency. But of course, there are statutes in place that to some degree limit a president's ability to declare a national emergency against, say, climate warming or, firearm possession or something like that.
And that was actually Ms. Pelosi's point yesterday, right before the announcement today, that, if there was another president of another party, he could invoke the same powers, be it on the issue of gun violence or climate change, right?
Well, but again, the National Emergencies Act, all that does is provide a vehicle for the president to do this. He has to rely on other laws in order to take these appropriated funds and divert it for the purposes of building a wall. And the president has cited now these three other laws that allow him to do this. I'm aware of no other federal law that would allow a president to divert funds for, say, military purposes in order to combat climate change.
Yeah. Okay, terrific. John, thank you so much for your insights. Please come back again here on the CBN News channel.
Good to be with you.